Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 7 of Tier 2 Season 2. Today we're around Austin, and Alex, if you want to take us through the track map today.
Hello, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're here for Tier 2 yet again. In round 7, we're in Kota today, and let's get on the way. We've got a good grid yet again, and we've seen some good battling here before in the past. But into turn 1, straight into a hairpin, into a high speed turn 2, and the S's turn 3, 4, 5, and 6 into a medium turn 7, and turn 8 into pretty much flat turn 9, and turn 10 into a hairpin. That is turn 11. DRS, main overtaking zone, all the way down to turn 12. Then quite interesting sector 3 into turn 13, 14, and 15. And we might see a cheeky move into turn 15. Nice overtaking zone there. Then a big right-hand around turn 16, 17, 18, and left, a medium left and a medium speed turn 20 to finish out your lap. And that is around the circuit of the Americas. And let's get on with it today then.
Yeah, first of all, quick look at the standings then. Red Bull out in front on 153 points, Aston Martin on 108, AlphaTauri in P3 on 71, Alpine on 68, and Haas in P5 on 59. So let's have a quick look at the driver standings then. Shao pulled a nice gap on Generator in the last race, up to 108 points. Generator on 81. Ikirobo in P3 on 59. Brodanel on 49. And P5 is Alfie on 45, tied with P6 Atom, also on 45 points. So I think we're just waiting for the last couple to join. And we should be good to go.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting at the top. Generator's back in as well today, so hopefully we'll see him maybe get a win. He did amazing in Tier 1 earlier on, but Shao at the top is doing quite a nice job. But that's with Generator missing 2 races, so we'll see if we can regain a few more points.
Yeah, just Damsapara needs an invite, and then Pimpula I think is going to join during quali. So there we go. Sorry about this, guys. Just finishing up the lobby. Alex, I think you might have to leave as well, to be fair.
How is that going to work?
You're gonna have to watch my stream. Right, Pimpula's in. Because we need one more. Because we've got 3 spectators, I think.
That's just
Yeah, we're just waiting on one more, guys. Then we should be good to go. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave, Alex. Right, we should be able to get down Sparring in now. Then we should be good to go. So, I'll put the announcement in. As there we go, the full grid is in. Best of luck to all drivers here today. As qualifying is about to get underway. Apologies about that delay. But that means we do have a full grid for a more exciting race. Looking good. Who's going to grab pole then? It's going to be quite a close grid, I feel.
It's going to be close. Gennator needs to get back up there. I think Charles mainly just needs to keep it consistent at the top, maybe the front row. Then there's some new drivers as well, so I'm not sure. Who do you think?
Yeah, I think Xiao once again could be up there. Even, oh, it's tough to say. Gennator once again the two championship battlers, but we saw Iki Robbo how well he did last week. I think he could be up there as well. Not last week, sorry, the week before. Here we go, qualifying now underway.
We're going to have a very close front pack, I imagine, today. I imagine Gennator and Xiao definitely up there. Alfie, you never know. Brodo always seems to be up there recently. And we've seen Duras actually do a great job last time out in the no liveried race. But overall, I think this is going to be very close for the top spot. But yeah, we saw as well last time out a bit of madness at the end. If you haven't watched that already, go watch our highlights.
Few drivers then just on their outlet. Number 67 here, Liam YT in the McLaren as he prepares for his first flying lap. Who do you want to take?
I'm not sure. Is this the new McLaren driver? I want to say.
Yeah, I think it's Liam Max.
We've seen some good things on the McLaren FZR TikTok as well. He's been making some good moves. Let's see if we can impress Aspect, the team principal, today. And let's get underway for qualifying then. And I'm thinking it's sure to definitely be an exciting one. Tier 2 has been hotting up in the last couple of rounds. It's been a bit messy last round. But Liam Whitey is getting us underway. Was that a Alpine? Just sitting on the racing line. That's going to disrupt the car. And he's got a 5th-place grid penalty. And I don't know if that was just out of rage, but that must have been annoying because got in his way. He's got a 5th-place grid penalty. That wasn't his fault at all. Yeah, that's unfortunate. As here we go then, Genator, also known as Huggy Boss on an alt account, but we'll ignore that, is looking to set the fastest time and win the race to try and regain some points on Shao and the Red Bulls all together. Teammate Coppercoin is also on a lap as well, but we'll see what they can do, the pair of them, to take down these Red Bulls. Shao and Alfie, both of them pretty fast. Alfie got his first win last time out this season, after a moment of madness from, I can't remember his name, but
Cool.
yeah, it was Kuel. What was it? Kuel. Moment of madness at the end, bit of weaving, gone into the wall, allowed Alfie to come through and win it. But he did an overall great job, consistency really, last time out. And here we go then, Genator is about to take us across the line for the first lap in qualifying. It's a 35.2, it's a decent lap from Genator, and the previous pole time here in FZR is Phoenix, and that's a 32.8. That was a massive lap time from Phoenix, a 32.8 in the tier 1. So that was, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that, because that was a great lap time. But Shao is currently fastest with a 35.0.
Here we go then with Durus on his first flying lap in the Williams.
Yeah, Durus, he was nearly on the podium last time out, but a bit of a Arsenal bottle job at the end, just took him away from him. But let's see if he can get anywhere near it today. He's about to cross the line for the first time qualifier. Atom's at a 34.5, that's a great lap time. And Durus slots it in P4 just above Genator with a 35.2, looking to improve from there. But yeah, still, it's not a bad lap time at all from Durus, keeping it up there with Genator, Shao, Brodo, and Pimpula as well as just put it in P2 in the Alfa Romeo. But sure to get interesting in the later stages of qualifying, and Atom is looking pretty racy.
Yeah, Gapton by about 4 or 5 tenths to P2 as Atom. Nice lap time from him. What can his teammate then, Adi Busy, do in the other Alpha Tauri?
Yeah, Adi Busy. He's going to look to try and get close to his teammate, but by the looks of it, it's been a total blowout. But AlphaTauri are doing pretty well in the constructors standings as he's backed out of his lap time. Oh, he's in the wall, and that's going to take him out of qualifying, trying to move out of the way of Kaz. He's ended up taking his wheel off. But at the moment, Atom is on provisional pole by 5 tenths to Pimpula, and Genator is also on a lap, improving. But we are now riding on board with Icky Robbo, see if he can put it up there as well.
Yeah, we saw Icky's got the pace of Tier 1, that's why I've signed him for Alfa Romeo next season. Icky, what can he do now in Tier 2?
Yeah, Icky Robbo, I'm pretty sure it was him that got a podium in his debut in Tier 1 around Zandvoort quite a while back after a shock debut in Tier 1. It was a phenomenal reserve job to get it on the podium, and definitely not a moment to forget in his FZR journey. But here we go then, Icky Robbo is about to cross the line. Is it going to be... oh, it is provisional pole, Atom versus Icky Robbo. Is it going to be back again here in Kota? As we saw it out in Austria, that was a phenomenal little battle for the race win. Atom got taken away from it near the end, but can Icky grab another win this season?
Looking strong as Durus is off the session, so we can get another invite. Kevin Slicer then on his first flying lap. Where can he put this McLaren? Whilst his teammate Liam Max yet to set a lap time. There we go, Duras back into the session. Thank you to everyone that's joined so far. Appreciate the support. As we follow Kevin Slice across the line.
Yeah, rounds out the final few corners. Now, where's Kevin Slice going to put that McLaren? Is it going to be impressive for Aspect? I think it is. Into P3, a 34.6. Kevin Slice has got the pace around Cota. Let's see what else he can do in the latter stages to maybe challenge the front two. But Kevin Slice sitting happily in P3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that said purple middle sector for Liam Max. So here we go, he's going around the final sector. He's used all of his ERS.
And here we go, and DRS, and across the line Liam Max puts it in P10. It's a 35.5. He looked like he didn't have a lot of ERS though throughout the lap, so
Oh, wow.
maybe some time to gain.
And then goes off the track. Doesn't look like he's going to get a worthy lap time in, as no puts in P15.
As I think Alfie is on a lap. Your previous race winner as is invalidated. That's unfortunate.
We'll go on with Vicky Robbo then. Can he extend his gap out from 3/10 is currently the gap? Can he make it even more?
If I'm not wrong, I think these are scrubbed tyres. Yeah, 2 lap old tyres. And on the third now, but we'll see if he can still improve though. Is just out on at the minute, half a tenth down on his previous lap time. Here we go then. Onto the big long straight down to turn 12, and just gotta have that DRS to boost him that extra few miles an hour. Shao puts it in P2 after a good lap time. 34.4, 2/10 off of Icky Robbo's pace. But Icky Robbo is still not improving. Is there any time to gain in Sector 3? Doesn't look like there's a lot of ERS left, but I think it's just going to let him last to the end. But he's going to round out the big long right-hander into the final 2 corners, turn 19 and turn 20. Is flat on the power, bit of a wiggle as he's coming to the pit lane, as it must have not been up on his time, as Alfie is also on a lap time, I'm pretty sure, and we'll see where he slots in. But on board with Pimpula, gonna need to improve to try and make an impression to get it on the front 2 rows. As Genator sets a 33.9, that's a great lap time from Genator, as Pimpler oversteps his mark, but Genator is on provisional pole, and is Genator back? I thought he just was off the pace, but must have made a mistake on his first lap, and has gained an extra second and a bit, and that's a fantastic lap time. Let's see if Afton can do anything about it, but currently on board with Natch Pauling in P6. And Duras down in P10, it's not where he would want to be. But it improved by quite a lot in just Sector 1 alone, 2/10. That's a considerable margin to boost him up a few positions, maybe into P8.
Oh no, look what's been claimed.
Oh, who's it on?
Nova Gibson redeemed commentator's curse for Genator. We'll have to do that in the race. Duras 4/10 up on his previous lap time. This could see him P6, P7 if he can't improve anymore.
He's drawing out the final 2 corners, Duras. He's going to want to push everything he has. He's hitting apexes amazingly around the final sector, but DRS right up across the line, puts it in P6. That's a good lap time from Duras. That's where he wants to be, on the 3rd row of the grid. As Atom is invalidated, so he won't be improving. But Duras should be impressed with what he's done. As I think drivers are now teeing themselves up to go on their final few runs.
Oh, oversteps again, that's him. Invalidates once more. There's Kev. Lines up for his final flying lap. P5 at the minute. Looking pretty strong for Kev the Slice. Can he challenge and get himself onto the front row with this next lap?
Yeah, Kevin Slice. He's going to want to push in everything he's got to try and impress that team boss. Currently in P5, he's been winning in both tiers recently for McLaren, and he's been doing a fairly decent job in both of them, just to keep McLaren getting them few points every race, and he's going to want to get a considerable sum here in Circuit of the Americas. But Kevin Slice, let's see what he can do. He's up by quite a lot. That's a purple middle sector, and up by about 4/10 at the moment. That will sit him close to Icky Robbo. Just needs to improve that slight margin in sector 3 to try and leapfrog the Haas. And Kevin Slice is looking good at the moment. The pace is there. He is hitting apexes fantastically at the moment around the full track. And bit of a slide around the final corner, but DRS is wide open across the line. He puts it in P3. I think without that slide, he could have been up there, maybe in P2 and a bit closer to Genator, but I don't think it would have been pole anyway, as sits in P3, but it's still a decent lap from Kevin Slice. There's Alfie then, he's going to want to improve on his next lap.
First of all, let's go on with Genator then. Can he improve on his alt account? Had issues getting in with his main, but it is Genator in the Aston Martin. Can he extend his lead out front?
Yes, here we go then. This is it to extend his gap and certify that pole position for this race. And with Xiao in P4, if he doesn't improve, Genator could be on for a really good result to catch up Xiao in the championship. But he's doing everything that he can at the moment. He's missed the past 2 races due to just problems that wasn't really his fault and not being able to get in the lobby, but he's got a purple first sector and in the second sector. Let's see how much he can improve, but at the moment Xiao is on a lap and we'll have to just check if he can improve as well. But it might have a bit of traffic here, as hopefully it just gets out of the way nicely for him. He's still up in sector 2 by 22 thousandths of a second. He might be getting a slight slipstream, but it also might be putting him off this Red Bull car ahead of him. Don't think he's going to let him pass, but with 10 seconds to go in the session. And Generator is going to round out the final 2 corners. This is going to be provisional pole extended and certified. Here we go then, DRS and across the line. Is it going to be improvement? Yes it is, by 63 thousandths of a second, at 1:33.902, and that's a good lap time from Generator, but is it enough to stop the great Iki Robbo behind? Or is it going to be pole position for the Haas? So I have to see how his lap pans out then, but he's improved in Sector 1 by just under a tenth of a second, and Iki Robbo in Sector 2 is running smoothly.
Shao also improving just to the start of Sector 3. We'll watch his lap, then we'll cut back to Iki Robbo. Can Shao in the Red Bull grab pole position from Generator?
Yeah, he's got a lot to do in Sector 3, but foot flat to the floor all the way to turn 19. And it turns in. There's every car's been hitting that corner very nice, I've got to say. But rounds out turn 20, the final corner, DRS, and wide open across the line. Where's Shao going to sit it as he's lost time in Sector 3, and that's going to put him back. And he's now in P4, and Atom is on a lap behind as well, and he's hitting purple sectors. Iki Robbo is down in Sector 2 and needs it all in Sector 3. 3 tenths, I don't think it's possible from here, and this might certify Generator's pole, but Atom is close behind as well. We'll see what he can do just in a moment, but can Iki Robbo do anything about it at the moment? Can he at least close the gap and keep that P2? His DRS wide open across the line does improve, but is it enough to keep Atom? No, it's not. Atom gets P2, and that's a fantastic final lap time for Atom, and that's something to be proud about. P1 pole position for Generator in his return. He's been gone for the past 2 races. He's came back to Circuit of Americas, and he has smashed it. P1 by about 3 tenths, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, fantastic work from Generator as always. He's going to want to close the gap to Shao in the championship, and that's one way to do it. Starting off on a high. As there we go. There is your final qualification standings. Generator P1, Atom P2, Iki Robbo P3, Kev the Slice in P4, Shao in P5. Can you invite Kev back? Is in.
Yeah.
Go on then. All yours.
As T-poses are out for the mid-season scrap to the line. Generator, he's got his head down and he's going to want to smash it.
Yeah, once more, best of luck to all the drivers out there today, as the formation lap is about to start.
What is your prediction for the race?
I think Generator will lead for most of this race, and I think he'll bring it home, to be honest. I think it's going to be nice and easy for Generator, unless Atom gets ahead in the first corner. But yeah, I think Generator going to lead strongly.
I think track limits might come into play. I don't think it'll affect Generator, but the drivers behind, maybe Atom, might pick up a few penalties, especially in the S's in Sector 1. There's a few drivers just been disqualified from the formation map. That's going to set them back with cold tyres to the grid.
Yeah, but don't forget, there is also commentator's curse on Generator. The lead car, is that going to play a factor? All to blame is Nova Gibson for that one. Can you get Kevin another invite? I don't think it's working. Yeah, another underdog. Alfie is going to be wanting to make them positions up as soon as he possibly can. There is the predicted pit stop strategy. I'll just go through the tyres for everyone today. Alternating tyres up to P8. Generator on hard, Atom on mediums, Icky on hard, Kev on mediums, Shao on hard, Pimpule on mediums, Durus on hard, Nax Pauling on mediums. Then it goes to Alfie on mediums, Brodo on hard, Damsparent and Epic Toast on mediums, Melodic Raptor on hard, Chris, Coppercoin and Senna all on mediums, Liam on hard and the rest of the grid on mediums. Last 3 cars. But here we go then. Generator lining us up for the start of this race. As Addy Busy's had a little spin. Kev is back in. Addy Busy takes his time. But here we go. Over to you.
So here we go then. All important for Generator to catch back up in the championship. Can he at least keep it going into turn 1? As here we go then for Kota, and it's lights out. Away we go straight away. Brodo has got a drive for penalty for cutting the cap start, but Atom has got a lead. That's a fantastic start for Atom as Generator doesn't get as smooth as he can, but he's fighting back going into turn 1. He's got the inside line, now the outside line for the S's, but Atom does take the lead. That's a phenomenal start for Atom. Pimpula is fighting Nicky Robbo to try and get into he's dropping position now, down into P5. Alfie into P4. Icky Robbo in P3. He's kept it nicely, but Alfie has a drive-through penalty and so does Brodo. But all sorts of squabbling going around sector 1, as I think that's the car of Demon Lord who has binned it in sector 1. I don't think it's going to be a safety car. Just the other flag for now. But Atom has got away amazingly at the moment. But he is on the medium tyres of Generator on the hard, so going for the shorter stints on the first stint. But here we go, Alfie is going down the inside of Icky Robbo, and that's a great move from Alfie to get that move. He has got a drive through though, so Icky Robbo just want to stay behind.
Yeah, all the drivers still seem to be bunched up, apart from Damsparent at the back. There's a little gap between him as Icky gets a bit wobbly as Alfie goes straight in for his drive through. Wants to get it out of the way as soon as possible. But Atom, dream start for him then with Generator behind.
It's unfortunate. I don't think Kevin Slice has been able to take control of his car's drop positions. Like nothing is down in P9, but Atom 8/10 up with Alfie in the pits as well. Icky Robbo has been released and put back in P3. Going to want to chase down Generator. Pimpula also in P4. Epic Toast up there in P5. Natch Paulin in P6. Shao in P7. Chris W in P8, Kev in P9, and Durus in P10. There's your top 10, and the people who will be receiving points if it stays like this to the end, which I highly doubt it. But all eyes on the front runners to see what happens with strategy. But Atom is on the faster tyres at the moment. That might be why he got away a lot faster than Generator did. at the moment. Epic Toast and Pimpula fighting down and chasing down Icky Robbo. Both of them are on the mediums, so not to forget that. But at the moment, Icky Robbo seems to be struggling, losing a lot of time.
Yeah, nice battle in there between Liam and Coppercoin. Liam gets out on top. As DRS is now enabled.
See what Pimpula can do on this next lap with the DRS then. Maybe Epic Toast 2 might be able to go 3 wide going down to turn 12. But that's if Pimpula stays close enough to Icky Robbo on the struggling hard compound. There's Durus.
Back in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Kev at the start just to get disconnected with the chase down he's on, and the top 5 is still highly on, so just needs to get his head down. Showers got away in this race pretty harshly on the hards. He's down in P7, which is a dream for Genator, but he could have seen better days. Currently down in P2, but that is chasing down someone on the mediums, and he's still very close as well. As Pimpula on this occasion couldn't do anything about it, and so couldn't Epic Toast.
Ooh, contact there between Liam and the Haas of Melodic Raptor. No damage done, I don't think, so we should be all good. As there is a spin, and that's Addy Busy at the back of the grid.
Addy Busy having a nightmare then, down in P18. Another error from him.
Yeah, great start from Epic Toast, 7 positions gained, same for Chris W with 6, as Addy Busy again spins out. Just going from bad to worse. Chris W closing in to the back of Shao.
Oh, it's a big old scrap between Liam Whitey and Melodic Raptor at the minute. But I think the McLaren is out on top at the minute, with Chris W chasing down Shao, who is struggling. Does Shao have damage? Because he seems to be struggling a lot. No, he doesn't seem to have any damage, but on the hards versus the mediums, we know he's going to come out on top there. But Shao has no pace at all in this first stint.
Yeah,
He's got a lot to do in the second stint.
Had a spin as well at the back after serving his drive through, just adding to his misery as Chris W is going for it on Shao.
As round the outside, he does do it, and that's a very lovely move, and he's getting overtaken by Kevlar Slice as well. Go down the inside, does Kevlar Slice against Shao. He's now got the outside line going into turn 15, and here he goes. Is he going to keep this one? It is still side by side, these two. He's going to have the inside line for the long right hand, and Kevlar Slice gets past. That's a fantastic move as Atom has spun. Atom, no, that's not what I wanted. He was in the lead, and that's released Genator. 2 seconds behind it is Icky Robbo, and Pimpula is promoted into podium spots. But that's a awful thing to happen for Atom, and he's going to be fuming with himself. It's a big error.
Yeah, Kev on the charge after disconnecting for the first couple laps. Now onto Chris W. Zaddy Busy still struggling at the back there.
Oh, he's had a nice old comeback as Kevlar Slice, and you got to wonder if he keeps the pace up, where's he going to find himself. I think he wanted to be on the hards from the start, but the AI chose for him and he's on the medium, so he's going to have to try and make the most of it. But Chris W is all over the place at the moment, not being able to hit apexes, and he's on the mediums as well, so no excuses really. But Kevlar Slice is just capitalising on mistakes, closing up, and he's probably going to get him on this next straight. Very close, he nearly getting him on the exit, but he's getting the power down, using a bit of overtake, and here he goes. He's going to release him when that DRS gets enabled, and there we go. No match really. He's just going to have the inside line as Chris W must have a decent straight line speed setup as he's keeping him side by side, but yeah, no real match going to the corner. Good overtake for Kevin Slice, just kept it in there, and the hunt down on Atom is on.
Yeah, certainly. At one point, Epic Toast and Nax Ballin were separated by half a tenth through that section of corners. Epic Toast, can he make the move on this next lap then?
It's Natch Paulin must have been making some moves because he's now up to P4. That's a fantastic first few laps for Natch Paulin. Yeah, it's very impressive. So here we go. Oh, that's a big dive bomb, and outbreaks himself with it, and that lets Natch Paulin passes. Oh, Atom collision, and that puts Epic Toast round, and he's now dropping positions right now tomorrow, and he's now down in P14. I think it's going to be, no, P13 gets away with that. But
Kevin Slice off as
Natch
well.
Paulin. Oh no, Kevin Slice, who's having a great old comeback, he's got to do even more now. Oh, that's shocking. Oh, is he spun again? But Duras is catching Shao as well. Shao is having a very sloppy first stint. 3 tenths the gap. So then Pimpula is on the charge of Icky Robbo to try and get P2.
Yeah, Pimpula looking strong. Solid reserve. Looking for a full-time seat next season.
So everything he possibly can in this race at the moment. He's in the podium places and gapping Natch Paulin by nearly a second a lap. But Pimpula is hunting down Icky Robbo to try and get P2, and that would be a fantastic result for Alfa Romeo and the reserve driver himself. He's going to look to get that full-time seat. There's Atom is chasing down Natch Paulin. That's an easy move surely into turn 1. It just depends on whether Natch Paulin can now stay behind and try and get him back going into turn 12. But head down then for Atom, try and catch up to Pimpula. As Freestyle Time Pilot goes to Senna in P15. But Natch Paulin is actually doing a pretty nice job at the moment. Just keeping himself within 5 tenths, so whether he can do it out of the hairpin turn 11. But here we go, probably could have taken a wide line and hit the apex like that, so that's a big mistake. Yeah, big bit of oversteer there for Natch Paulin, and he's not going to get it past.
Epic Toast
There then.
had a spin on the exit of the S's. As
Shao. Oh. As Chris W's outbraked him there, and he just keeps the position, but Shao is... I don't know if he's struggling, but on those hards he's not looking comfortable in that Red Bull like we've seen him before. But oh, as he's hit the back of Chris W. Oh, as that's hit the as there's a big old incident there. There's all sorts going on, a lot of damage been given out, and I think Shao is the cause of that hitting the back of Chris W. And it's caused all sorts of carnage. Is that a safety car? I think it is a full course safety car, as that's going to bunch the pack straight back up again. But Shao could be in big trouble after the race, because that was big carnage. I think it was from Shao.
yeah, good reactions from Atom on the mediums, pitting for the hard compound tyres. He's going to want to see these through to the end. Pimpula just missed the pit entry, so that means he's going to have to wait another lap, or he's going to have to stay out until his targeted pit window. There's a couple of drivers onto the softs. Next onto the mediums. We'll have a look at the stops. Atom, after his stop, still stays in P4. That's perfect result for Atom there.
Yeah, I think Generator and Icky Robbo, Pimpula are all in a bit of trouble after not being able to pit.
Yeah, a huge incident there. We'll have to see the report, see who was at fault. We'll have to see if any of these three drivers jumps into the pit lane.
Somehow Duras has ended up out of the race. I think he just got caught up in all the carnage, and he won't be happy whatsoever with how he's got out of this race, because it wasn't his fault. Just got caught up in it all.
I think it'd be best for the hard runners to stay out here. And yeah, they do. So does
I
Pimpula.
think there's no real point of pitting now, it's a bit too late. But Generator's going to have to try and get away as far as he can to make that pit stop and come out in a good position to fight back.
Senna into the pit lane for a fresh set of hards.
I think safety car might be coming in this lap. Icky Robbo nearly spun out there. Got that one like Grosjean in Baku. But from here, Ben, who do you think is going to take the win?
Well, it would be interesting to see how it plays out with the front three not pitting. Atom will have the pit stop on them, and he is on hard tyres as well, so I think Atom is in the prime position to win this race. We know he's got the pace to do so as well. But Janea, Ikirobo and Pimpula have got to push as hard as they can to be able to win this race. Any of the three of them, it's going to be so difficult with Atom in prime position.
Yeah, so we don't want to make any more mistakes like he has done in the past, and just needs to get his head down, get on with it, and just let them pit and take the lead. As I think the incident involving Shao is under investigation. I've just seen in the server from the FIA, and that will be concluded
Safety cars
after the race.
Stayed out one more lap, so Pimpula into the pit lane. This would put him at the back of the grid, so interesting call here.
Yeah, I think that's probably the wrong one. We'll see how it pans out, obviously, but he's going to send himself right to the back of the grid. He's going to have to make a great recovery drive, which it's going to be close, but he's going to have to, I think his aim now is just to get in the top 10.
Still, a lot could happen in this race. Another safety car could mix things up again, as this should be the final lap of the safety car.
It's probably a big disadvantage that he has coming into the pit for Jenny, as it would have just let another car get between him and Atom. Now there's only one car, which is Iki Robbo, and let's see if Huggy Ross, aka Genator, can get away and try and gain as much as he can.
Yeah, 4 people yet to stop in this race. Everyone else on a stop. Senna on 2 stops. Couple penalties on the grid as well. 5 second for Alfie, drive through for Damster Parron. Copper going 3 second, Brodo 3 second, 9 second for Senna, and 6 second for Addy Busy. Couple at the back seem to be struggling, but the safety car should be in this lap.
As we'll see how early Generator goes. And let's see how much he gains before he does end up pitting. It can't be too long, probably about 4 or 5 laps till he pits, I reckon. But we'll now see when he gets that foot flat to the floor. As here we go. As I think we're about to get underway then. As there he goes, he has gone. Just going into the final corner flat out then. Let's see how much he can gain to Atom. And the cars behind him, Chris W is currently in P4, and yeah, we'll see if he can cause a stir up in the mix just to at least gap Chris W. But Generator has got away pretty nice at the moment. Alfie is going to look to get past Chris W as fast as he possibly can, but Alfie came from the back of the grid. He had a drive through at the start of this race. He's already pitted and is in P5. He's really benefited from the safety car. He has got a penalty though, which we'll have to keep in mind, but yeah, he's doing a good job at the moment and he's looking to maybe see himself on the podium in this race, and that would be a phenomenal result. And Kevin Slice also coming back thanks to that safety car.
Yet to pit though is Kev, as Alfie is going for it on Chris W.
There we go, no DRS needed for this lad. In the Red Bull, he's going to go down the inside at turn 12, and has he got it done? I'm pretty sure he has. That's a lovely move from Alfie, and that puts him up to P4. The catch up is on then.
Two teammates are fighting it as Chris W gets overtaken by 2 cars, Nax Pauling and Alfie.
Yeah, Nax Pauling doing a jolly good race at the moment, but he has got a penalty, which we'll have to keep in mind. Damster Parron also with a drive through is going to have to serve that in the coming laps, but at the moment Atom is really keeping close to these 2 ahead of him and in prime position to win this race.
There we go, Damster Parron going to make the move on Chris W. Of course, if it was, oh, there's an Aston Martin there, gone straight on. That's Copper Coin. Managed to rejoin safely. Chris W and Damster Parron going side by side through the S's. Chris does the smart thing and backs out. But yeah, if Damster Parron got awarded that drive-through penalty unfairly, it's such a shame as he was running pretty decently and he's now up into P6.
As Alfie has been chipping away out of time to Atom, but Atom has been gapped by Icky Robbo, and Icky Robbo has also been gapped by Generator, but they're both still going to come out probably outside of the top 10.
Liam gets the move done on Chris W. Fantastic bit of late braking there. Gets the move done on the exit of the corner. There's Kev, lovely dive bomb there on Chris W. Gets him as well. Chris W is dropping lots of positions here. The 2 McLarens get past in consecutive corners.
Jack Kevin Slicey loves the dive bomb, but yeah, he's running a good comeback. There's Liam YT, so that's the fastest lap of the race. In his business, he's up in P6. In his debut race, he's running nice effort. He keeps setting lap times like this. He's going to easily close into Natch Point and could see himself in the top 5 and maybe the top 4. And with them 2 pit stops ahead, it could be on the podium. That'd be a great debut for the McLaren driver. An aspect would be running around like a madman celebrating if that does happen. But he's getting his head down and he's catching up like absolute crazy right now.
Shout seems to be the closest to anyone else on the grid as he looks for the move on Kev the Slice. Kev the Slice yet to pit in this race, just like the front two. They are the only three that haven't made a stop. Nice and easy. Shao gets past Kev before the braking zone.
Yeah, Shaw really needs to get there down to try and get as much points as he can, because you can't count Aki Robbo in the championship as well. He's been running amazingly, really, all season long, and without that pit stop earlier on, really might have just taken him out of any chance of getting a top 5 place. But we'll soon see how he does.
Yeah, Kev's in. Oh, was Brodo. Goes for it on Coppercoin into the final corner and gets the move done without any contacts. Fantastic from Brodo and out. Kev is now in for his one and only pit stop. Onto the hard compound tyres.
As you have just been watching Kev's teammate Liam just closing in Natch Bowling. He's been doing fantastically in this second stint after safety car, consistently setting good sector times just to reel him in. There he goes. He's closed up so much in sector 1, 5 tenths is now the gap, and could really see himself on the podium here today, and that would be an amazing result for the debutant McLaren. But he's currently on the podium anyway due to penalties, but DRS, and let's see if any mix-up can happen there. But I don't think he's going to catch up with Natch Paulin in P5, getting DRS as well from Alfie. Ooh, nearly getting him there. That was close, but I think all eyes on Liam to make a move maybe into turn 15. I think he's just too far behind, but started P17, he's up to P6, and theoretical probably P3 with Icky and Generator to pit. If he just gets Natch Paul in, he could really see
Safety
himself
car.
up there as
Great call there from
is-
Alfie. Jumps
Yeah.
into the pit lane. Shao gets 3-second time penalty as well. That could be crucial towards the end of the race. But
yeah, again, it's came out of a really unlucky place
Yeah.
for Generator and Icky. Just had to
Alfie
stay behind.
serves his 5 seconds as well. He's now down to 3 seconds. That really puts him back into this race. He'll gain a couple positions with the likes of the front two pitting. But once again, another safety car.
Yeah, I think all work to do then for Icky Robbo and Generator when they do pit. I don't know why the safety car came out. Is it this Senna?
Yeah, Senna had a crash. Alfie must have saw it on his mini-map, knew that was going to be a safety car, pulled the trigger in the pit lane.
Oh. Oh, his shot is out of the race. He hit the back. I've just seen Liam have a shunt, and Shaw has hit the back of him and retired from the race. Hopefully that's not going to bring rear wing damage. I can't get my words out. Rear wing damage to Liam, but Shaw, I think that's another crazy mistake. He's out of the race. The championship leader will be getting no points today, as we've now had 5 drivers out already, and 13 laps to go, and the front two are going to be buzzing with that sight of Shaw
Yeah,
being out of the session.
huge boost then for Generator. He's looking to get as many points on Shaw as possible, as Generator's been disqualified. Generator disqualified from the race after overtaking the safety car to go in the pit lane.
And that is interesting. Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
As he's now stopped in the pit lane. We love this game.
Guys, it's another pointless race for... Yeah, I'm still a bit confused, to be honest.
Well, Pimpula back into P3. Was at the back of the grid after... Well, it turns out making the right call now. Under the last safety car. Will bring in some good points for Alfa Romeo. Epic Toast. Fantastic from him as well. Gaining 10 positions up into P2. Fantastic work from him.
Yeah, Epic Toast in P2, that's a great look for the Ferrari.
So unfortunate for Generator though. Looking so strong in the race. And I think the commentator's curse from Noah Gibson has worked again. Every time someone has redeemed commentator's curse on the channel, something bad has happened to that driver, and this time Generator's been disqualified. But another lap. Safety car is out as we wait for Adi Busy to catch up.
There's no real benefits from
Seems
the
to lost the
championship.
position there under safety car. Don't know what that's about. Seems to go off track and Alfie's gobbled up that position. Can't be making mistakes under safety car.
As Epic Toast is necessarily in the position to win if it stayed like this, obviously. But that is without Atom gaining the 3 seconds. But Epic Toast could really cause some magic for Ferrari today if he just stays within 3 seconds of Alfie and Atom, and could really win this race, and that'd be phenomenal. But all eyes on Atom, see if he can gain anything.
Safety car in this lap then. Atom gonna back up the grid, creating that gap. When is he gonna go? Still warming up those tyres.
Magnussen has made up places at the start, but here comes Sebastian Vettel.
How you doing?
So here we go then, full
Thank you for the follow.
lap to the floor.
So we go.
Is Epic Toast doesn't lose much time from the getaway, We'll see if we can keep close for the next 10 laps to get the race win. And Alfie's already putting the pressure on.
Yeah, Alfie closing in to the back of Epic Toast. Great restart from Alfie. Epic Toast up 10 positions in this race, looking very strong. Unfortunate DNFs for a few drivers, a couple bugs in the game. As Alfie is going to be able to get past Epic Toast without the DRS. He's got lots of battery to play with after recharging it on the safety car, but so will Epic Toast as he's deploying as well.
There's Alfie already going for it down into turn 12. He's outbraked him and he's already going down the inside, and that's a jolly old move for Alfie, but Epic Toast is going to try and keep it, as I think he has well. It's going to be a battle going to turn 15. He's going to lose Epic Toast a lot of time to Atom as well, so can't be doing this for long, as he's going to keep the position at the moment. And Alfie's right on his tail.
Yeah, as you say, this battling is going to allow Atom to pull away. Already gaps 1 second, has now pulled Epic Toast out of the DRS range as Kevin Slice in the pit lane. Izzy Robbo runs a bit wide there, and that allows Liam Max, also known as Liam YT, to get up through into P8.
As Epic Toast has gained a lot in sector 1. Well, I just lost it all at the end there, but yeah, just needs to keep that up, as he's actually not losing that much time to Atom. He's kind of laggy car, but
quite a few penalties as well. Epic Toast just got to stay within that 3-second window. But Brodo closing in on Pimpula.
he has got a big enough gap this time round, Epic Toast, to keep it.
Ooh.
And get his head down.
Brodo outbreaks himself there. Loses a lot of time doing that. Had to go to the right to avoid getting into the back of Pimpula.
And this is where he loses the most time, Epic Toast, it seems, in sector 3. But he comes alive in sector 1 as he actually gains time to Atom. But the gap is 1.3, and when DRS gets included for Alfie, he could just easily get past his Liam YT. That's another fastest lap of this race, as he does have the pace, does this lad, to get a good position. He's got no penalties as well, so
Goes very
you never
deep
know.
though into turn 1, and that allows Coppercoin to keep the position. It's like you say, Epic Toast very strong in the first sector, gaining time on Atom.
So he needs to get in the DRS, and I think he actually might sneak in it. Oh, it's going to be close. He just stays out of it, and that might just allow Alfie to get past. We'll have to see when he gets on the straight. Here we go then. There's yellows in sector 2. I think that's Kevin Slice. But here we go then, all eyes on Alfie to get past, and he's going to get past with ease. And I think the main aim for Epic Toast is just to stay close then. No real need to battle. Oh, as Alfie makes a big error. That allows Epic Toast to go side by side again. He's going to lose time to Atom. He's got to think about this in the long run, but still side by side going to turn 15, and Alfie is going to get through. There's also been a move behind. I think that's been Pimpula on Brodo, but yeah, the gap is now 2 seconds, and now about 2.3 to Epic Toast. So yeah, he's going to have to just try and get his head down, and I don't know what he's going to do here. He's put himself in a tricky situation. He's going to gain a lot in sector 1, and when he gets that DRS going down to turn 12, and maybe get that move done again, but It's going to be, can't keep battling.
Brodo looks very strong, even though he's got an 8-second penalty. He's practically pushing Pimpula around the corners. That 8-second will play a big factor on the final finishing position of Brodo as well, so he's got to be careful. Oh, as Coppercorn spins round. So is Liam YT, who's looking very strong. Liam Max, at one point, he was challenging for a podium, but now he's spun round with Coppercorn down to P9. Brodo's now got 11 seconds worth of penalties, but he's going to make the move on Pimpula.
Yeah, Epictoast is losing time to Alfie, and I think that's really it for the win. Is still 3/10 within, but yeah, it's going to be close. He's got 7 laps to keep it like this, and it's going to be tough with Pimpula challenging behind as well. But the main aim now is to try and get P2 at least.
Yeah, Pimpula's managed to gap Brodo a little bit, half a second now. But yeah, I think Epictoast is just still within that window of 3 seconds. He's 2.9 seconds now, just gone out of 3 seconds. He's going to want to push as much as he can to be able to get within that 3 seconds to win this race.
He's just going to want to stay on the podium, I think, now, and try and get Alfie to get P2. But he's losing all sorts of time. He's just starting to struggle. There's Brodo. Oh, as this could go 3 wide. Brodo down the inside for the podium spaces. But Pimpula is going to go down the inside of Epictoast. Brodo is going to try fight back too. Epictoast is still in there, down the inside. Brodo's trying to get involved as much as he can. Pimpula is still fighting for it. But no, Epictoast keeps it after some great defending. And Brodo is now going down the inside. That's a lovely move from Brodo. He now needs to try and keep it round the outside. I'll try another tasty switchback, but round the outside Brodo goes. That is a fantastic move from Brodo and L. He's judged the position perfectly, and that's a fantastic move into P4. He might have 11 second worth penalties, but that is an amazing move from Brodo in the Alpine. What a switchback. That was brave, and that was brilliant. Amazing from the Alpine driver.
But here comes Pimpula then into turn 1. Is he going to go for a dive bomb? Opts around the outside and no. Pimpula nearly spins round. He gets a 5 second penalty. That will probably be removed though after contact with Brodo. Just hope he doesn't have any damage from that as Epictoast. No, he does finally get that 3 second penalty.
Yeah, it's now all about keeping position on track. That's a big shame, as that could really take him out of it with Brodo having the pace behind. Yeah, all about defending now for Epictoast.
Robber now gonna go for it on Pimpula. This is also a move for P3 as Brodo gets past Epictoast. And yeah, 10 plus.
Yeah.
The battle for P1 is now getting closer. It is a battle for on-track position, both of them with a 3 second time penalty. And here we go, this is going to get tasty.
Yeah, Brodo is in P3, but he has 11 seconds of penalties. So that is going to keep Epictoast in it if he just keeps in this position. The thing is, mate, he's going to try and keep it in the DRS, and that'll keep him in it. But all eyes on Alfie then. He's been on an absolute mad charge in the last 10 laps. 10 laps, probably out of 5 actually. But still, the track position is going for about 2 seconds to theoretically none and this lap could be the lap where he makes a move. Here he goes. Main time to gain is going to be around these the first few corners in sector 2. So he has good DRS and good traction going down to turn 12 to try and get the move done. The gap is now 5 tenths. Is that close enough to make a move? It all depends on the setup to straight line speed and everything they've got now. But I don't think that's going to be enough. 6 tenths, that's a big gap, and he has no ERS left. But so does Atom. Both of them have used it all up, trying to probably defend from each other. But Alfie is going to want to attack as much as he can to get this race win and make it 2 in a row. There's 2 tenths now. This could be moving to turn 1. I think that's the main place where Alfie gains. It's in sector 3, because look how close he gets going round the final 2 corners at under 2 tenths. And this is the place to make the move then. Here we go. This could be the change of the lead. 2 tenths is now the gap, and he's going to have the DRS going up into turn 1. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. He's going to opt round the outside. He's outbraked quite a long way. He's now going to go over the rumble strips and off the track. Now going to the S's, the neck and neck, but no, Atom does keep it. But whoa, that is a big battle, as Icky Robbo is also battling with Damser Parran back there, but I think we can't really focus on that, as this battle is hotting up at the front for the race win. There's 3 laps to go now, and these two battling like hammer and tong. It's unbelievable what these two have done all race long, as Atom has judged every part of the race perfect and is in P1, Alfie in P2, and wow, what a battle. Here we go, back onto the straight, under 5 tenths this time, and he's going to have the DRS. He's going to be close enough this time to maybe attempt to move on Atom. As here we go, closer, closer, he's edging even closer, and can he make the move? He's outbraked, but no, not enough. And I think, yeah, the main place to get the move done is probably going into turn 1.
Yeah, great racing from these two. Can Alfie make it 2 in a row after the controversy of the final corner with Kuhl last race? He's got to get past Atom, who's standing in his way.
And he's rounded out the final 2 corners. Has he got a traction to try and make a move? It's even bigger of a gap than last lap, so I don't think it's going to be any closer. But I think the main aim now is just to try and stay close enough to try and make a move going into turn 12. But 2 laps now remaining, and all or nothing for Alfie then. This is where he just loses time in sector 1, but this time he's hooked it up a lot nicer than Atom, and he's hitting apexes pretty well. He's already starting to try and make a move, just nudging one down the inside, but there you go, lost a bit of time there. And let's see if it's enough to strike a move.
Yeah, again, Atom just
here
pulls
we go.
away on the exit of that
Yeah,
corner.
the traction he gets out of there is just, yeah, it's really...
He's out of VRS though, completely.
As Icky Robbo is getting past Epic Toast, and that's on track, and that means Icky Robbo is in theoretical P3 at the moment.
Going back to the front then. We know how close it gets in the final corner.
Is it close enough this time? Oh, there's a spin in set 3, and I think it's Pimpula dropping positions a lot. Yeah, and Alfie isn't going to be close enough yet again to make a move into turn 1. I think the main aim is try and get him on the final lap if he's not close enough going to turn 12 this time, but we'll see if we can keep close enough. going into turn 11 because I think he probably needs to be under 3 temps to try and strike a move, and maybe 4, but it has to be a good dive bomb. But Alfie needs to keep the pressure on and try and make sure he makes no mistakes. As he's ever so close, but there you go. Gets released out of the first corner in sector 2. But into turn 11, is it going to be a good enough exit this time, or is Atom going to get away like I've seen him before? It hasn't been a great getaway from Atom, but just under 4 attempts, is it going to be enough? He starts to gain on the start of the straight, and it just takes him away from it.
It's going to be all or nothing then for Alfie on the last lap. Zicky Robbo gets past Liam Max.
Zicky Robbo must have made a mistake.
Oh no. Thought he touched him round then, but he does hit into the back of Icky Robbo, and Icky does lose that place. That could be a report. Just look how close it is again. Here we go. Last lap.
Lots of traction. Yeah, here we go then. Final lap of this race. Atom versus Alfie, and both of them going for it like nothing. But let's see if Alfie can stop Atom getting his race win. If Liam doesn't get a penalty after the race, then could be on the podium yet again. But Alfie then is ever so close. Let's see. It's out of not this one, the next corner where he just seems to not be able to get close enough. As there he goes. Yet again, just under 3 attempts.
From Atom. Oh, it's DRS bait.
That's a bit dangerous, but Alfie gets a DRS. Alfie has got a DRS, and that's going to take him away, and that might give him the win. Atom has risked it all to try and get the DRS, hasn't got a DRS, and Alfie has taken the lead on the final lap. That is absolutely crazy circumstances, and I think Atom has made a big mistake there, and that's just took it away from him, and Alfie might just make this 2 in a row then. Atom cannot do anything about it in the final sector, 7 tenths behind, he's dropping tenths like no tomorrow, but Alfie has done everything he can all race long. Is it going to be 2 in a row? He's going to round out the final few corners, and wow, what a race it has been. Alfie, all sorts of drama on the final lap to win it for Alfie. He has deserved it through and through, and it's going to be 2 in a row this time for Alfie. Here in Tier 2, the Red Bull is back on top again. 2 rounds in a row. What a race win for Alfie. Atom, after that last lap controversy, comes home in P2. Brodo in P3, but he's going to have penalties, and that promotes the McLaren of Liam into P3, and that's a great result for Liam. Epic Toast into P4. Rampage in P5. Brodo in P6. Damser Powen in P7, with Icky Robbo in P8 after all sorts of carnage for Icky Robbo's race. Natch Paulin in P9, and Chris W double points for Mercedes. And then P11 for Pimpula. Kevin Slice in P12, and Coppercoin in P13, and that rounds out round 6 here in
Austin.
Kota. Can't figure of words, but what a result for Alfie, and yeah, 2 wins in a row, both deserved well, and Atom really have made a mistake from braking to try and get the DRS, and he's risked it all, and we've seen why. I think even if he didn't, he could have stayed ahead then, battled it out, but yeah.
But there we go, Atom takes victory. Round 7 around Kota in Austin. So there we go. Look at the standings then. Alfie out ahead. Atom in second place. Liam in P3. As we look at the bottom of the standings then. And then we'll quickly get the race director for the FIA. And we've got a load of interviews waiting, so make sure to stick around for those.
Just before going to driver of the day, it's got to go to Alfie again. P9 to P1, he's had all sorts of carnage in his race. I would give it to Liam, but I'm not sure if he's going to keep that podium with that collision earlier on. But Alfie, he's got to take it, surely. He's been just great all race long and judged everything correctly. And the Scotsman, the Flying Scotsman, is back on top in Tier 2. 2 races in a row. Can he cause a championship charge with his rivals not getting any points?
Yeah, I've got quite a few interviews waiting, so... Oh, on the follower goal, we need one more follower to reach 100. Can we try and do that by the end of the stream? Appreciate it. Everyone, if you haven't already, to drop us a follow. Let's get that bar full. As first of all, let's bring in Alfie, if you're ready, Alex.
Yep. Alfie, it's 2 in a row. Another crazy last lap. But driver of the day, P19 to P19, P9 to P1, and it's just such a great race from you. But just give us your thoughts on that absolutely crazy race.
Well, I didn't expect to win, same as Belgium, but no, it was a good race. Minus the drive-through and then the spin. Yeah, it was a good race overall. Good
Yeah, you
point.
judged everything perfectly in that race, and it's been a fantastic race. After a crazy Belgium finish as well, and you've come back here, another crazy finish from Atom as well, trying to break for the DRS. But do you reckon you can try and cause a championship charge near the end of the season?
Well, as I said last week, anything could happen. We're going strong. America isn't one of the greatest tracks of my liking, but setup was good. Strategy, we timed the safety car perfectly for my pit stop and to serve my 5 second. Yeah, I think we could try and go for it.
Yeah, on to Spain next as well. Just give us your thoughts on the Spanish circuit.
Spain, it's a decent track. I don't mind it. A lot of good overtaking opportunities in the circuit, and yeah, we'll just have to see what Spain entails.
Yeah, driver of the day. And the race wins today from P9, drive-through penalty. And you had a 3-second time penalty as well, and you still won the race. But yeah, it's been another amazing race for you. 2 in a row now. Congratulations, and thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Then we will bring in... We've got 3 McLarens to interview. Not as many as last race, but we have got Aspect, Phantom, the engineer, and Liam Max, the driver.
I mean, Liam, P3 on debut with the fastest lap from P17. What a race. Just give us, first of all, your thoughts, because that was crazy.
Yes, that was crazy. I'm so nervous because I deserve for win because I got 5 positions penalty. Someone was standing on the entry of first corner. I have gotten qualifying damage on my rear wing and I can't do anything. Race was clean, but was problem with tires damage. It's all I can say.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, all just fell away for you in the end. Got P12, but just give us your thoughts as well on that race.
He has got no lucky this race. He's better driver. He was fast today.
Oh wait, it's Kevin. I thought it was here. Never mind, I was wrong. We'll go to Phantom and the engineer. Just give us your thoughts as well.
Yes, I'm in McLaren.
The race was better than I thought it went. I'm surprised Liam made up all those 14 positions in the end. All the penalties in the midfield were a massive help to that, though. So thank you to everyone who had them.
No, I don't thank you because Brodo deserve for P3 and he don't. So
Strategy. I feel like our strategy with Liam was really good, but I feel like the AI could have chosen Kev's strategy a bit better, to say the least.
no, Kev was offline when he has got problem with network at start and he don't choose his strategy. My strategy was pretty good because I have very good engineer and I appreciate for time I don't know how to say that. My team principal give me. He very helped me mental.
Yeah, good aspect as well. Your first ever podium in McLaren. I'm sure you're over the moon. Just gives you your thoughts aspect.
Well, over the moon is just to say the least. If I'm honest, I think going all the way back to qualifying, we did well. Even before that, we did a few practice races earlier. Had old Hoss in from Tier 1 practicing with us, and he said Liam's incredibly quick, and he proved it there today. He was really unlucky in qualifying with, I think it was an Alpine stopped on the racing line, or going really slow on the racing line on the exit to turn 1, and that he clipped him and got a 5-place penalty for that. But then pushed it all the way back. Liam, myself, Kev, and obviously Phantom judged the safety cars and the strategy really well. Boxing at the right times. Obviously, excellent driving from Liam with a couple of cracking overtakes in there as well. A few incidents around us and some spins and crashes. Obviously, that one with Doris and the DNF was really unfortunate for us. Because it meant we were going through and he got wing damage from that, which slowed our progress down a bit. But I think if Liam could have ghosted through that, which is the game's fault, we could have had even higher positions there. But I'm absolutely over the moon with that P3 and penalty saved us once again.
I mean, Liam, on to Spain next time out, and can you replicate another podium there?
I don't know. Can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I go to Tier 1,
You'll have to earn that. But you have to speak to your team principal aspect, see if you can get you a reserve job as well, full time in there. But yeah, on to Spain. What are your thoughts on Spain?
Okay. So maybe next season. Can I say something?
Yeah.
For all kids out there who dream impossible. Thank you guys. Oh, Husky, you don't add me to friend. Why you don't do that?
I can't invite anyone at the minute. I can't invite anyone.
Okay,
That's why.
sorry, it's commentator. It's no time for that. Maybe you go to next person because I'm a little sleepy today.
Right. Cheers, Liam. Congratulations on your podium. It's been a great debut. Aspect, pleasure as always. And Phantom, thank you very much for joining us. And we'll see you next week and Wednesday as well.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
and see you whenever.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
See you later. Well, we will bring in Brodo and Al from Alpine.
Brodo, you got P6 in the end. Could have been another podium, but you had a lot of penalties there which just didn't go your way. But just give us your thoughts on that absolutely mental race.
No, it wasn't my day today. Let's begin with the qualification. At the beginning, I drove good. My second stint, I went a bit wide in the last corner. And when I went out for my third and last try to get higher up, I was too late and I missed by 10 seconds. So yeah, that wasn't a good qualification. In the race, a drive to penalty, I always focus on my driver next to me. So when Alfie went too early, I followed him, so I got the same drive to penalty. In the race, all went good. First safety car was a big opportunity for me because I also got wing damage in the first corner of the race. So after I had everything done, I was able to drive normally. The last safety car was also a big opportunity for me to pit again for a fresh set of mediums. But if you know me, I was speeding, so that's the reason why I got the last 5-second penalty. And I actually get the last 3-second penalty of a bug because I was on the track, but the game didn't recognize it, and I'm so stupid to not making a clip of it. So yeah, I will stick with that penalty. But after all, I'm not very disappointing with P6. Of course, I was happier with P3, but yeah.
Yeah, look, in the end, hopefully. Spain next week. Do you reckon you can get back on the podium there?
I can try. It's not my best track, but we can always try.
Yeah, good to hear. Thank you very much for joining us today. Unlucky not to get the podium in the end with the penalties, but P6 still great points for Alpine. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And now we'll bring in Epic Toast, and then after that we've got the 2 Alfa Romeo drivers.
Towards the
Epic
end.
Toast.
Oh, hello.
Hello, you've got points in every single race so far this season. And you've added even more today in P4. Unlucky not to get the podium in the end, but just give us your thoughts on the race.
I got the penalty came because I had a brilliant strategy. I boxed under the first safety car after I had a little incident, and I was dead last. And everyone pitted under the second. I made up all the position again. Brilliant start as well. Shame about the penalty I got. I had older hards obviously, so going through sector 1, the rear just went, so I caught it, but I had to cut the track, so that gave me a penalty. The setup was good, although evidently not very great on the straights. It was very quick through sector 1 and 2. No, sector 1, 3, which is where I made a lot of my time up.
Yeah, I mean, it's your highest position all season. Like I said, unfortunate not to get the podium in the end with a penalty. But Spain next week, do you reckon you could replicate more of the same?
I mean, I kind of like it's kind of similar in terms of setup. You kind of want one that's not too speedy, but also very good downforce, especially for sector 3 and 1. I reckon I could. However, I'd have to rely on getting a good qualifying position around there.
Yeah, I would say, but P4 in the end, should be pretty pleased with that. Highest position all season. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.
See you in Spain.
See ya.
Now it's time for my 2 drivers, the 2 Alfa Romeos.
Damser Powen, P7 in the end, but you did have a drive-through penalty as well at the start. To give us first of all your thoughts on that race.
Yes, thank you. It was, I feel that drive-through penalty. It was very unlucky. I was very lucky with my tire strategy and very lucky with the 2 safety cars. And unfortunately, the penalties dragged me down a little. But P7, I think it's still decent points for the team.
Yeah, I would say Pimpula, unlucky not to get points in the end in P11. Just give us your thoughts on that mad race.
Yes, so the start of the race was very good, but at the end or in the middle when the first safety car came out, and I was hella confused what tires I should put on and everything. Like the strategies was just out of place today, and just got unlucky with the Alpine on the straight at lap 26, I think it was, or something like that. So yeah, unfortunately, no points today. but maybe next time.
Yeah, like I said, next time. Spain next week. First of all, Pimpula, can you give us your thoughts on the Spanish track?
I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. So I think it will be a good weekend.
Yeah, that's it. And Dance Farron?
Yeah, I personally, I really like Vito. I really like Spain. I feel like I'm very fast. I have a good setup for the next weekend, and I feel like we could take home some decent points.
And last but not least, your team principal, Husky.
Hello.
Give us your thoughts on what you can do next week as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see which drivers are available to race, but looking for another double points for the team. I mean, we've got his first points on the board since I took over last week, so I'm hoping to build on that. Targets is to get involved in the midfield constructor battle, and I think with the way that we're going, I think we'll be able to do that certainly towards the end of the season. Only 3 races left after this, so I think we should be able to get in there.
Yeah, good to see Pimpula. Dance Power, and thank you very much for joining us, and we'll hopefully see you next week for some more racing action.
Vito, thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks, Vittu. Thanks.
There's a finished pair for you.
There you go. Scandinavians absolutely love to bits. There we go. That rounds out round 7 around Austin for Tier 2 Season 2. We appreciate everyone joining, and we'll see you all for Tier 1 on Wednesday next week, or if you can't make that, Tier 2 this time next week as well. So thank you all for joining. Appreciate the support. See you all next week.
Ta-ra.